What is going on, everybody? When it comes to these Total Gyms or Saudi men's trainers, I hear nothing but positive things in the comment sections, emails, and just one-on-one talking with clients from all the different ways people are seeing results from it, just how versatile and functional it is, and just honestly how fun it is. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there, and probably even people who've commented on past videos, who then later ended up not using it or ended up not being as cool as they once thought it was, maybe not seeing results, and they end up selling it or getting rid of it. And so the motivation of this video actually came from a past comment that I thought was kind of funny from someone who said they work at UPS, and there's kind of like an insider joke that Total Gym has some sort of money laundering scheme going on just in the sheer number of Total Gyms that they're processing for returns, which I have no idea, how true that is or really how many returns they're actually doing, but I can imagine there's a decent number of returns, or at least just people kind of getting rid of it or selling their Total Gyms, especially if you guys are not aware of this. Total Gym has their famous try it for 30 days for $1, which is actually pretty cool, which if you guys are interested in picking up a Total Gym and trying that out, I will link that down in the description box if you guys do want to support me and the channel. But with all that being said, I want to make a video what I believe are probably the top 3 reasons people are either returning their Total Gyms, selling their Total Gyms, or just not using it. All right, now the first reason that people might return this equipment is they kind of feel like they're sold a bill of goods. They might be watching the infomercial, which is obviously designed to market and sell the product. It maybe seem too good to be true, where maybe the old claim was like, you can work out 20 minutes a day, 3 days a week and get these awesome, fantastic results. And related to this, the equipment might seem kind of easy. There's not much of a learning curve, and all you got to do is just jump on the equipment, just use it, and everything's gonna take care of itself. And I think this is one of the unfortunate detriments of being an infomercial product, that people don't get the full effect and the full value, and also the full instruction on how to properly use it, so they're kind of well aware of what they're getting into and the work they have to put in to see those results. And the second reason, which I think follows up from point number 1, is that people get the equipment and they just don't know how to use it. And it's not that Total Gym doesn't give you guys some resources. They give you these exercise cards, which are pretty cool, genius way of putting together workouts. That is pretty awesome. They give you guys this big kind of wall poster full of different exercises. Again, can be very useful for a lot of people and a handy little tool. But if any of you guys have learned anything that's physical, especially any kind of a sport, you kind of know that pictures by themselves don't really teach you the full story. You can't teach someone how to be an awesome basketball player, baseball player, simply by looking at pictures in a book. Some instruction, at the very least, some expected trial and error is gonna have to be present for you to get good at any kind of physical movement. And I made this essential point on the channel that a lot of the stuff you're seeing, even if you're watching my videos, you're watching infomercial, looking at the pictures, this machine is not as easy as it looks. Just like any piece of exercise equipment, there's some level of specific skill that has to go in with that piece. So just sitting up in the machine, I've talked about many times, the way you kind of sit up for ideal positions can often be butchered. People kind of just go through and just kind of pull themselves into positions, whether it's rows or even bicep curls, and they're done ineffectively. And let alone, people are not necessarily exposed to all the different ways you guys can manipulate exercises from the various positions, various ways you can increase intensity or progress on the machine. And these are all things I express ad nauseum on this channel, discussing how Total Gym in general and just using it takes some level of a skill. But getting this stuff out of the box is not going to be inherent on how to properly use this equipment and really take advantage of it, unless you got a lot of prior exercise experience, or you take your time and just mess around staying committed to trying these different things on your own. And so yeah, if you don't properly know how to use the machine, you're obviously not going to get results. So that's going to be a gigantic factor. If you're using this machine and just things aren't clicking, you're not seeing any change in your body, that's going to be huge. Third point, which really piggybacks on points 1 and 2, is they just get bored of using the equipment. And this is something I really instill and somewhat kind of anticipate and plan for with my one-on-one clients, and just things I've kind of talked about with you guys on this channel, is that if you do kind of the same old, you're not seeing progress, like I said, and you're doing the same exercise and you're not really tapping into how versatile this machine is, you might get kind of bored doing the same old exercises. And again, this is because of maybe improper positioning, improper technique, not realizing the full range of motion you can work a given musculature, and therefore you're not necessarily even feeling it in the muscles you're supposed to be feeling it in. And people intuitively know this, because if you go to the gym, you're working on traditional free weights and machines, you might be more impactful and kind of really feel that on muscles right away. But if you're not using this machine properly, you'll get on this stuff and feeling like, well, this isn't really working. I don't feel anything working. This definitely feels subpar to going to the gym. And right away, within a couple weeks, you're gonna say, this thing is garbage. The gym is where it's at, or free weights are where it's at, and you never gave this thing a fair shot. Now, I definitely think those are the big 3 categories, but of course, at the end of the day, I can't promise if you're really gonna like this equipment. That's why I think it is pretty cool that Total Gym offers that 30-day kind of trial period, because you might be out there and trying it. It's like, I do see the value of this. I can see where you can progress it, but I honestly wanna go back to just either going to the gym or sticking with traditional resistance training means like barbells and dumbbells for your home gym. But I would love to hear from you guys. If you're one of those people that are out there that may have picked this machine up, maybe you're one of those people that took advantage of that 30-day trial period and you returned it, I'd love to hear the reasons why. But other than that, that, if you guys got questions and you're on the fence about pulling that trigger, definitely ask me a question, drop it down below, or send me an email to SlottymedTrainer@gmail, and I'd be happy to answer that for you. And of course, if you guys want one-on-one coaching so you guys can help you guys, save you guys some trial and error, definitely go to SlottyMedTrainer.com, or again, shoot me an email and I'd be happy to address those questions for you. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next one.